What's up, party people? Today I'm going to show you where to get 5 Estus Flask Shards, and I chose 5 as the cutoff somewhat arbitrarily. It happened to be the ones that I found before I went to fight the Lost Center, and you may be able to get some of the others before then, but this just felt like a good place to sort of say, here's the first 5 fairly easy ones to grab. And the first one here you can see I'm walking, it's in Majula, and you probably got this just within a few minutes of starting, but if you go to this well, there's a rock on it, and if you swing at the rock will fall, the body will rise up, and you can get the first shard off of him. Next up, you want to port over to the Cardinal Tower bonfire and just go right up these steps right over here, and you may remember this from such videos as how do I get this small white sign soapstone, but basically through this door here, if you don't have the key, that's okay. Just break down the door with your sword. That's one of the few that will. This guy right here will jump up to get you if you're not paying attention. Go through this door, and the chest that's right on the other side will have an Estus Flask Shard for you. Alright, the third one's a little bit more involved. We're going to start again at the Cardinal Tower bonfire. The shard is actually back in Majula, but you need to talk to the cartographer, and he's here in this zone. And you may have missed him the first time through. It's not totally intuitive where he is, but basically the trick to it is that you want to walk up this tree here, but instead of going all the way to the top, you want to walk off to the side and land here. And there's a bunch I've killed all the enemies just to kind of streamline the video. There's a bunch of enemies around here. You'll have to fight a ton of them. But once you fall off the side of the tree, it's kind of a straight path. There's one jump you have to make. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward once you see that you can fall off the side of the tree there and come out in this whole big open area. And the other thing that you want to note is that when you're in this part right here, when you round this corner and you go into this cave, the first time through, go kind of slow. There's a big boulder that will roll down this hallway here, and if you're not careful, it'll roll you over. But once you get to the top of this little section in the cave, the cartographer will be here. Talk to him. You have to talk to him like 5 or 6 or 7 times. It's crazy, but he'll give you the key. Once you have the key, head back to Majula, and you're going to go straight back and go into this mansion right over here. Once you're in the mansion, you're heading towards the basement. And in my game, I've already done all of this, and the cartographer is actually chilling down here in the basement. I don't know if you'll see him or not. But into this room, which is actually the map room, and then down here there'll be a skeleton you have to fight, and you can see there's bloodstains everywhere. I didn't have that much trouble with them, but I guess a lot of people do. And the shard will be in this chest right here. Alright, now we're going to get into it. We're in No Man's Wharf, and this zone is pretty gross. Again, I've pre-cleared all the enemies, and I've already been through this zone, so I have one particular shortcut unlocked. But hopefully I'm going to walk through the whole thing, and then hopefully at some point you'll recognize some landmark and you'll see where I'm going. But basically this is once you get all the way around No Man's Wharf and you're on the side with the dock, and your path is like you're basically on the path to go to the boat. That's where you're going to find this shard, and I'm going to slow the video down now here. So normally you would go to the right there to go down to see the boat. In this room right here, there's a couple of guys sleeping on the table. If you get through those jars, and be careful with the jars, they have poison in them, so if you have something to throw at them to break them instead of going through, that's great. And then the Estus Shard is in that chest right there. Once you get through No Man's Wharf and you kill the boss, you're going to end up in the Lost Bastille, and ultimately you're going to fast travel to the exile holding cells in Lost Bastille, and then you just follow along this path. And again, I've pre-cleared all the enemies. There's a Heidi Knight right there that you can kill, I think, for the spear, maybe? And he's actually kind of nasty. But anyway, walk down this path, go down this ladder, and then you may have seen this. I didn't think this was that hidden, but I guess looking back at it, it is kind of buried in the back there. But there'll be a couple of dogs. There'll be one of those big dudes that jump down from there. But if you kind of sneak back in here, behind here, you can get behind this building, and then the Estus Flask Shard is in that chest right there. And that's it. Now you have 6 charges on your Estus Flask. You're ready to go and take on the world. Hopefully this helped you find 1 or 2 of them that you were missing. If it did, subscribe and like and share and do all that stuff. And until next time, I'm Miaro. Thanks for watching.